Hi. Told you I'll be back. Okay. I was thinking, picture that you've been placed into a high stakes card game. And you you've been placed into this high stakes card game. And as you're playing, it's a certain number of players and it's supposed to be a certain number of cards. And as you're playing this game, there's so many different rounds to the game. And you've lost a number of rounds. But your loss wasn't as significant as another that's playing the game. So, but as you're playing this game, you started to observe let me back it up. I'm going to back it up even further. With to the beginning. It's like you're going along and picture this that things around you is set up like after after doing it for a while, you didn't realize that it was a game. But then you started to realize that it's possibly seen or appear to be a game. So, in noticing or taking notice of, you started to see that it's possibly a game. And the cards, like a card game. But you notice that the number of cards keeps changing. Like, say for instance, it's supposed to be 30, 33 cards. And then it switches to 26. And then next thing you know, it's 21 cards. And then it's 19 cards. But you're playing along in the game. And like I said, you've lost or appear to have lost a number of the rounds in the game. But then it's like, but you haven't lost as significant as others that appear to be playing the game. But then it's like, in playing this game, you have like been observant, and you start to see because you notice the number of the cards that keep switching, like from 33 to 21 to 19. Okay, but you're playing the game and you start to observe and you're noticing, you're counting, and you've observed a lot, and you notice the patterns, and you took notice of the players, the characteristics, the facial, the and you start to notice things. And then you start to see that you could win at playing the game, but then you don't. You because you want to continue to like observe the game. To where you could start to throw some of your own cards up in there. Mix it up because the number hasn't been like the game hasn't been fair. And then you could put some of your cards in there. And then when you're starting to shuffle, they're starting to shuffle and they're seeing, wait a minute, now we didn't put these in there, but these are in here. Like, but I'm saying all this to say, like, I wanted you to picture that. But then you picture, like, if you gotta play this game or be a part of this game, why not put some of your cards in there? It's being shuffled. I mean, you get the chance to shuffle the cards. So if they're putting the cards in, taking the cards out, and it's never the right number of cards in the deck, why not throw some of your cards in the deck? Like, you know, why not? But as I'm thinking about this, it's like, I'm just really wanting to say, like, okay, if there is a deck, like, couldn't you make your own deck and let it be like a game within a game within a game within a game? If everyone has their own deck, they know what's in that deck, but the others don't know what's in that deck. But they're playing, and you're shuffling, and you know how you've seen like cards being shuffled, and how even the uh, magician, 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 the ones that can do the tricks, like, yeah, to do the tricks. Why can't you have your deck, shuffle your deck, and do the tricks with the cards while shuffling the deck? And lay them down like, you know, because who doesn't like playing a good card game? But a lot of times what makes it the card game interesting is when you got somebody, they're cheating. But it gives conversation. It gives the waiting for the next go round waiting for the next round. You know they're cheating, and you're going to keep an eye on them. But then it's like, do you want to cheat? Or do you want to, make it interesting? Or what have you? Or do you still play the game as a solid one, even though you know, pardon me, even though you know that there's cheating, you know that the card count is all the way off. But do you play? Because maybe it's challenging, maybe is to give that conversation to like, it's hyping, it's a big hype up to be the winner and to know that you got a good hand, and then you want to slam that hand down on that table. It's like, what is it? But yeah, I was just thinking about it. Picturing playing a card game, or better yet, that you didn't even know was a game until you started to observe it and you see it. And then you find yourself there in the midst of it, or even at the center of it. But yeah. But